Live again. If only I could chat. F5, refresh. Live again. I'm back. Hello, Warp Legacy. Yes, I should be back. It was laggy. Yeah, it seemed kind of screwy. Yeah, all right. So moving on. What was I talking about? I forget. Well, look here. See, it kind of hangs in there. That's the idea. Hang it on there. Good. That's sort of how I've seen them, you know. And I'll have room for another one next to each other. Oh, here's something I didn't think about. What do I do with this? Huh? Drop it on the floor, obviously, right? Boom. There it is. We're to ignore that. What am I making? I'm making cardboard aided design for a grinder rack that I'm going to weld onto my welding cart that I'm making that you haven't seen yet, but it's there. That's the welding cart. It's designed so that in the future I can have 2 welders attached to it and 2 tanks, C25 and an argon tank. Hello from California. Hello. I know people in California. So I probably want it to stick out about that far, right? Far enough that this doesn't hit the welder. Bamboo in the middle of the garage. Yes, it is a nice touch. Believe it or not, there are 3 of them. There are 3 next to each other in the garage, and most of them are fried. Do I still have snow? Yes, I got freezing rain last night. It was not cool. Walked outside this morning, nearly fell over, and then the door, I tried to open the door, the car, it was stuck. Froze shut, froze all the way around. Not fun. If any of you want me to do any casting, learn to control the weather in Wisconsin and give me a nice weekend. All right, I have like 3 projects lined up. I'm just waiting for nice weather. So I drew a line. Here's kind of how I do cardboard aided design. I just sort of eyeball everything, because you can measure and measure and measure, but until you try, like, actually hold the thing in your hand, you don't know for sure. Like, I've made a couple of things, and I thought, like, the design I did on SketchUp, I thought it looked really good. And I had, like, all the little parts modeled and everything, and I put it together, and like, oh, look, it all fits. And it was, I think it was a pencil rack thing for, that made out of wood. And then I made it exactly like the design, and you could fit like 4 pencils in it. It was too small. Like, I didn't have it in my hand to know how big it was. It's not good. So I'm going to shorten that. And I like that second line better. Further in. So I'm going to draw a little flange. It's 80s in New Mexico. That's not fun. Bamboo will take over the yard. It will not take over the yard in Wisconsin. I have the couple of the most cold hardy, aggressive ones over there in plants. I was going to build stuff out of the canes. And a little Wisconsin cold snap murders the things. They just can't take it. There's another plant that people think is bamboo called Japanese knotweed. That stuff goes nuts here. But you can't make anything out of the canes. They're worthless. They don't even taste good. You know, what a worthless plant. It's not a good plant. It's weird. The other times I did this, I was perfectly fine. Weird. I may have to postpone this until I get some better. Switch to sideways, Paul. Yeah. So that's the thing. I have my phone taped to the tripod again, and I can't always angle it. So now we have this thing sticking out, loop for 2 grinders, right? I'm going to cut this, so I have a 1-inch flange, because my welding cart is 1-inch pipe, 1-inch square tubing. Focus, I can't focus it. 240p, really blurry, not good. You say what species of bamboo that was. I've got some Phylostachys parvifolia. I have one of those is parvifolia, one of them. The one directly This one, this tall one, that's Parvifolia. The other two are two other ones. And it's been a while since I nerded out, so I can't remember the species right off. But there are other Phyllostachys plants. Parvifolia, that would be rough in Minnesota, Michigan, one of the M's. It's rough in Wisconsin too. So because I want this part to work, how much did it cost for your current one? It's a couple $100. Probably $300 in materials total for everything. So here it is. I want a 1-inch flange. Tape measure. Where's my tape measure? Hello? Maybe my camera will focus while I find it. Oh, right here, clearly. It's not the focus, it's the bit rate. Huh. Did not have this problem the other times. In the interest of speeding it up, I'm just going to do this. 1 ruler width. Knife. Get screwed bench top. Boom. Simple cardboard design. So again, this is a grinder rack. 2 grinders. They hang in there like so. You can have 2 next to each other. And if later I get more grinders, I'll just make more of them. I'm going to attach them to the welding cart. I will get that welding cart. Hang on a moment. I'll sit down. Product placement for Eastwood Welders. They are not sponsors, so ignore that. They don't pay me for you to have that as product placement. Here we go. Welding cart does not have casters on. Excuse to make sparks. Yes, always good to make sparks. My idea was I can put the welder here, and my MIG welder. This will be the front over here. The door opens on this side, so we'll put this over here on this side, like so. Tape. You would pay for a nuclear chimp shirt. I'll try to remember that. I don't have any merchandising or anything, so maybe in the future. I did set up a box office, by the way, or not box, yeah, PO box, whatever it's called. I just don't. I haven't gone there to like officially set it up because it's not super convenient. I'll probably do that tomorrow. Boom. I'm just gonna tape this on. Yep. Tape, by the way, it's a miracle invention, not just because it fixes everything, but because you can take it off. Oh, okay. If I don't mention the name, you can't see it. That's good. If any of you out there have a TIG welder recommendation that's dirt cheap but doesn't suck, that'd be great. Because I can't find any reviews. I was looking at the Eastwood ones because they're pretty cheap and people seem to say they're good, but all the reviews are a few years old and they've changed their TIG welder, so it's not the machine that you buy anymore. The new one's supposed to be better, but I don't know. There are plenty of videos put out by Eastwood, but you'll have to forgive me if I don't listen to their own marketing department tell me how great their products are. Not exactly the most honest way. You get what you pay for. Well, they're all expensive to me. There. Ew, sorry for the noise. It'll look like this, but it won't be this flimsy. Good? So I'm going to weld this on. It's probably spot welds along the bottom. Then I'll have this rack. 20 gauge steel, by the way. I don't know if I have a piece of it. Hold on. Okay, this isn't 20 gauge. This is 22. Someone hit the button. I don't jump. This is 22 gauge, so this is thinner than the big sheet that I have over there, and I have another big sheet under my car. AHP Alpha. Okay, I'll remember that. Thank you. I've heard it's. I've seen some reviews of those, kind of older ones. If this is what this is made out of, and I hang the grinder and pull like crazy, this doesn't deform. So this is 22 gauge. If I make this, which is flimsy out of paper, but if I make that out of 20 gauge, which is a little thicker than this, I will hopefully have a strong enough rack that I won't need to add like little braces here. And if I do have to add braces, I have a welder. Who cares? I can add braces. So, question. Where'd that go? Ben Toombs, hello. Do I have a sheet metal brake, Ron? Yes, it's over. You can't see it, but it's over there. It's behind the van. I do indeed. Mentally exhaust myself. I'm always mentally exhausted. It's not going to hurt at all. I have 2 kids, and I work like 50, 60 hours a week. Makes me look like Burl Ives. Is that really a bad thing? You know, I don't think that's a bad thing. Monday, are you in Australia? You must be. Okay, so there's part 1 of this cardboard aided design. I think that's a success. I hang the grinder on it. Yeah, maybe I should show you. John McCann, hello. So, welding card in progress. There's the cardboard mock-up. This will hold, and I'll have probably something sticking out down here to like wrap the cords around and all that. Success. What else? Now what do you want me to do? Hang on. Are you planning to use the brake, former base, from of the rack? I'm not sure I know what you're asking. I'm gonna use the brake. Yeah, well, I'm probably gonna use the brake to form the angles in it. Once I kind of cut it down to size, then I'll probably just use a grinder to cut the slots for the grinder. My idea anyway. For the shelves, because this obviously has a bottom, a middle here, and a top, and I want a shelf in all of them. So that'll be for a welder, this will be storage, this middle thing, and this will be for another welder. That's my plan. This paper happens to be just the perfect width to fit through here. So I'm going to add flanges maybe, and then maybe make it a little longer. Same for the bottom. I'm going to have little prongs coming out here, probably for chain or straps to hold the tanks up, because I want 2 tanks. I only have 1 at the moment, but I'm going to get an argon tank pretty soon in the future. And then at the bottom, I'll do something else to hold the tanks together. And then I have caster wheels and a bucket kind of over on the shelf that I stole off of old IKEA furniture. So that is the idea there. Nice garage, thank you. The helmet, people want to see the helmet. How cold is it there? Not bad. I think it's a little bit above freezing. Where is the other helmet? Here it is. Cardboard taken too far. I have a cut. I have some cuts in this, and the welding glass is slotted in. So it's, you know, not too bad. Kind of I use foil tape, and this is foil tape, and this is a foil tape strap. So I can put it on. And it's actually pretty comfortable. It's just not auto dimming, and I can't like have it on my head and then slide it down because it'll just fall off. But this sits nice against the ponytail. This holds it nice. This protects sparks from showering me in the head. And this gave me a nutritious breakfast for a couple of days. So yeah, probably don't try this at home. Yeah, warm enough to cast. It is warm enough to cast. Even when it's 10 degrees Fahrenheit, it's warm enough to cast, but it is also wet outside, very wet. This is bad. Yes. Auto dimming. Yeah, I have this one. This is what I actually use when I'm welding. But the auto dimming one is because my wife has been out here a lot and we've both been doing welding. So whoever's holding the gun gets the good mask, and whoever's standing back and watching, they get the cinnamon toast mask. Yeah, sparks you can see. That's right. Taking down Harbor Freight price gougers. Yes. You can sleep at night. What do you mean? Is my custom space heater working? Yes. So here it is. Hold on, people. There it is. It still works. I had it turned on. I turned it on when I woke up today, and when I came out to do this, I turned it off. It's too loud. I don't want the noise. I'm gonna move this out of my way. But yeah, the heater works really good as long as I don't touch it or brush by it not wearing shoes. Because if you don't have shoes on, bare feet touching concrete, you're grounded really well. And for the first week I used it, I didn't ground the thing. So I could have gotten like murdered if I walked by and touched it with bare feet on. Plus you don't want bare feet out here. There's metal everywhere. Metal shards everywhere. Ooh, there's another thing I forgot to mention about the welding cart. So you see these, we got these handles, these things sticking up. These intended to be handles that you grab and pull. This is going to be a little higher when I put the caster wheels on. But also, I can hang junk on them, masks. There you go. How did I ground it actually? There's a ground on the cable, screw the ground into the case. Don't have to deal with the homeowner association. No, I do not. However, my neighbor, one of my neighbors, who's very cool with me melting stuff, all I want, her house is for sale. Do I have a quieter fan? No, I only have the one fan. Kind of a bummer, but it was free. It was a free fan. I do a lot of stuff that I can scrounge for free. Some things I have to buy, but it's cord wrap pegs. I have my thing's not going to work. I used a dryer cord because it was rated for the amperage that a dryer heating element uses. How's a Patreon thing? So I do have a Patreon account. I'm just kind of waiting until I haven't been doing any casting, and I've just kind of been phoning in some of these episodes. All right, am I back? Am I back? Can people hear? Dead. It stopped. Lag. Okay. Okay, I can see comments again. That's good. All right, back. Okay, so I think I'm just gonna stop the stream because this connection thing and better quality. That's good. Well, I'll talk for a couple of minutes then, but I'm not gonna do stuff if it's just gonna keep cutting out. So yeah, to answer some people's questions, the van. I'm just gonna pull this off. This is literally duct tape to my camera tripod. Duct taped. It's good quality as long as I don't move. Christ on Ironworks. Hello, Roy. So we're having some connectivity issues, so we're not going to keep doing it too much better. I used this drum sander thing, also by Eastwood, a company that does not pay me or sponsor me in any way, so I'm not going to say their name again. I removed all of the crap, so that was fun. I also have a patch here to go on here. I just haven't welded it in yet. Where'd the orange hair guy go? Yeah, he disappeared. I also removed the floor. There's a big hole. You'll see all this in a video I do in the future. It's like mostly edited and shot. I didn't have anything super ready to go for this week, so I decided to live stream instead. Although I did kind of put a lot of stuff on hold to get this welding cart finished, because the welding cart would fix this problem. All the cords on the floor and that on the floor and the gun over there and this dangerously unsecured tank over there with the regulator, the thing that I probably should have taken off. Yeah, so that's how that's going. Not super quickly, but I've been doing other things plus family stuff. That's been going on. Patreon, as I was saying before the last cutout, the Patreon thing, I got it kind of set up, but since I've been mostly been phoning in a lot of stuff lately, I haven't been going like full power. I don't feel right like starting it up and saying, hey, give me money, I'm gonna buy stuff. So I'm holding off on that until I'm back up to Steam because of like real life stuff getting in the way at the moment. So that'll come probably in a couple of weeks. Before the end of February was my initial goal. So yeah, that's that, in case you're wondering. Any 3D printing in the future? Yes. In fact, I'm waiting for casting because I printed another thing to cast. I also printed some more really useful tools, which I like. Some clamping tools and some more measuring stuff. And another thing that I'm gonna print, that I'm gonna try casting again, but in bronze. So that'll, and it's a little more archaeology like. Might end up stressing about new videos. Yeah, that's kind of the thing. I do this for fun, so I want it to be calm and peaceful and all of that. Warp Legacy, which he has no idea about. Oh yeah, there's another one. That's actually something you don't have any idea about. But there's another feature of that 3D printing thing that's with Warp Legacy. So go check out his channel for not that video yet, but some other stuff. You notice you have the band hammer. Yes, you have the band hammer. I've actually been waiting. I've been waiting to do casting. Now that you mention it, I've been so waiting that the furnace is right here next to the door. So like as soon as I get a chance, I'm whipping that out and I'm gonna cast something. It's usually under there in storage. I put it right here, like ready and waiting to go out there. And it's been there for like 4 weeks, but today it's not gonna happen. Not gonna happen today. Now this is shaky. I wish I could. Wish I could duct tape it back down again. But I think I'm probably gonna just end it there because of the quality issues, which is kind of a bummer. Maybe I'll try doing this again tomorrow. It's really great now. You want me to keep going? Is the bronze hammer holding up well? I do not know. I haven't been using it. Someday gotta get a furnace built. Yep. Yes you do. It's fun. Don't quit now. Okay. Wilson Trucking. Hello. While fueling. Well, if I can't stop now. Hold on. I feel like I'm zoomed in. Am I zoomed in? Am I too close? Am I? Yeah, there we go. Yeah, okay. Can I get an Ethernet connection? Yes, I can. I have a long enough Ethernet cord. The problem is I don't have a computer out here. If I had a laptop, I could pull it out, but I don't have a laptop. I have a big gaming desktop. My wife had a laptop, but then she dropped it to death. So we don't have a laptop at the moment. Although we should probably get one. But TIG Welder's laptop, they're all expensive. And yeah. And I really don't want to start the Patreon just to get money to buy stuff. You know, I was thinking more like splitting the cost from Patreon for like propane and other stuff like that. Keep it all channel related. Hang on. Hang on. There we go. Tape problems. Well then, if you're sticking around, what do you want me to make now with cardboard? Grinder rack, the bottoms. Wife dropping stuff. Yes, she drops stuff, but she's quite good at welding. I'm very surprised. Perhaps I'll try to make something for the bottom of the tanks. First reel, just a guy in a garage. You vote for balloon animals. Okay, I have no balloons, so I'm in trouble there. Ooh, I have an idea. So I have this right here. This was sent to me by someone, I believe, who is in the chat right now. If you want to pipe up, Mr. Something or another, something quick might be best. Yes, that's the plan. I have this, which I'm going to use for forging. I should get a prop for this. Boom. I'm going to use this for forging. That's my idea. This was sent to me by a man in the comments somewhere. Okay, I don't see him commenting lately, but Mr. Rakashan, something like that. Wilson Trucking? Yes. Yes, I didn't know that was your name on here, but yes, that must be you. So, he sent this to me. I'm going to use this for forging, but this is just a raw piece of train track, and this top is kind of arched. There's also no horn, no place for a horn on there somewhere. So how about I take some of this and I try to map out a horn. And any of you people on there who are blacksmiths, if you can pipe in with some information on like horn design and things that are particularly useful, I don't really need this to be I don't need it to be pretty. I want it to work. Great looking hammer, thank you. This, by the way, my aluminum bronze hammer was copied from Christ-Centered Ironworks main hammer. He's a professional blacksmith, so check him out for blacksmithing videos. He has a hammer that looks sort of like this that he uses for most things, so I just stole the idea. And he was a really cool sport about it. I did tell people that I stole it from him, but I did steal the idea. This isn't my idea. Never heard of him. Yeah, Ben. Made for Minecraft, that's right. I used to play a lot of Minecraft, now that you mention it. So this, it's 16 inches long. You are flattered. Good to hear it. Yeah, Roy's isn't gold though, his is steel. His is probably much tougher. Watching a slideshow, that's not good. So if I have a 16-inch railroad thing here, how long, give or take, should the horn be? Does anyone have an idea? You know, because I'd like a horn that I can curve stuff around, because I want to make hooks. It's one of my early projects. It seems to be a common early project. I assume I'll want to flatten this. 5 inches for a horn. Does everyone else concur with that? Let's see. Pencil. Here's about 5 inches. I'm gonna guess 4 inches. Never heard of Minecraft, but you watch Roy. Yep, no more than 6 inches, so 5 is probably about right. There's 5. I would like it to go to a point at the end. This track is 3 inches wide, so right about there for a point. 3D print stuff for the van? Yes, that is part of the plan. Rigidity, so a small horn is best. Okay. I have a couple ideas. Have enough hammering space. I should, if I get this car out of here, then I'll have a whole thing. You would make a double horn. Okay, can you explain? I know you have a double horn, right? One side has an arched horn and the other side's kind of points, but there's a flat bit and there's a hardy hole in there somewhere. The step from the face of the horn, yes, I've seen that. So here's the horn. Does the step start right at the beginning of the horn, or is it back a ways? Cut as little as possible. Yes, that's the plan. Fast Fire Cow, hello. Yeah, I don't want to remove very much. 1 round and 1 square. Okay, that's what yours is, if I remember right. See, yes, Roy's anvil is quite an animal. Let's see, I'm just gonna draw on here. And right now I'm just doing pencil. I'm just drawing on it with pencil. So none of this is permanent. You know, pencil can be erased or ground off, probably. There-ish, there's a horn. Good heavy base will add rigidity. Step a little before the horn. Okay. Fill the center section with additional steel for mass. That's a good idea. You mean like down here? I could put a whole bunch of mass on there. A whole bunch. And I don't have the thing I'm going to use for a base handy. It's trapped behind the van. But I have a maple log. I think it's a sugar maple, hard maple log, about this big around and about this tall. And I want to mount this on top of that. So that'll add some mass, and then I'll need something under it to raise it up. You know, some legs or a base or something. But it's pretty heavy. Poured lead. Yeah, poured lead would be nice. I don't have any lead, but I can get some. You know, it's not like it's gold. It's not that heavy or not that expensive. So I have a horn drawn and a line. Now, if you say double horn, does that mean so one will be round, one will be square? Burl Ives, yes, you did say that. Should the other horn be the same size, give or take? Howdy, Pickles Builds. Hello. You have a ton of lead in New York. Well, that's a little bit of a drive for me. How did YouTube not tell you about this? I don't know. I don't know, Ironhead. 3 inches each? Okay, so you're talking this one should be 3 inches and this one should be 3 inches? Then I need to shrink it a bit. How about I'll do this next one 3 inches. Three inches. So there's going to be an angle on the end. Just use Hardy tools. I don't have a Hardy hole. You have to go. Okay, Wilson Trucking. I will see you later then. I don't plan on squatting all the way over. I'm going to raise the log up. I just wanted the log for weight, basically. You know, if I had one of these, if I had like a white marker or something, this would show up better. So that was the 5-inch horn. And that's the 3-inch horn. That's looking rather blunt, I think. Man, that thing's heavy. Size of the work, small stuff. Improvising. You have to take kids to a jumping place. Have fun with that. Hopefully none of them get hurt. Those places make me feel like people are going to get dangerous. Big Dog Forge, hello. Hello, did you get the email that I sent you a while ago? Zinc will work in place of lead. Yeah, I don't have a ton of zinc. Could find a lot of Matchbox cars. But, so I have a 5-inch horn here, 3-inch horn here. That's taking up, see, camera. So I kind of drew out what a 3-inch horn would look like and what a 5-inch horn would look like. This looks like more of an angle that I'm used to seeing, but if I have a 5-inch horn here and a 5-inch horn here, then I'm only going to have 6 inches of flat in the middle. And that seems kind of... Lead is less likely to fume and kill me. Well, that's a plus. I like that feature. Not dying is one of my favorite things about doing things. On the other hand, I've done zinc before. And as long as you keep it cold, like just molten, not super overheated, it won't kill you. Said it was working on small stuff. Yeah, pretty small. Post office, great. Glad to hear it. Big Dog Forge people, go check him out too. He's a blacksmith. A lot of blacksmithing stuff. I've kind of been absorbing as much blacksmith videos as I can, blacksmithing and welding. So to kind of get, well, I'm trying to get better at welding, but also trying to absorb blacksmithing so I can hit the ground running and get a lot of the newbie mistakes over with more quickly. We're back. Okay. We are back. I'll try to draw some of this on paper. Let's see, on the paper, there's a 3-inch horn, 3-inch wide, 3-inch long. Looks kind of blunt. And then wow, I cannot draw. That's a 5-inch horn. So 3-inch horn, 5-inch horn. They're both 3 inches wide at the base. You know, would you believe it? This is me trying to draw a triangle. Can't do it. And I almost went to art school after college. Crazy, crazy. Lots of support. Yes, that's one thing I will say. A lot of support. Later, Roy. Is Roy leaving? Roy? Okay. Okay. We'll see you later, Roy. You have a good day. You flew into the top curve. Not worry about it. Putting much of a horn on there. Who else other than Big Dog is blacksmithing? Warp Legacy. Ben James has some cool pictures on his Instagram. I haven't checked. Practical Renaissance. Hello. I didn't see you here. I didn't see you sneak in. Split the difference. 4 inches. Yeah, 4 inches is probably gonna work. 4 inches. This needs to be sharpened. Half of this live stream is me saying hang on and looking for things. I need to sharpen my pencil. And then get a real pencil. Okay. 4-inch horn. 4 inches is roughly there. I'm doing this all rough because, like I said, this is just a pencil. Pencils can be erased. And they probably will be when I get to grinding this thing clean. So I'm going to hit it with a grinder. Yeah, that might work. We'll see. Cut an arch under the horn, leave the base fully intact. Yes. I'm going to leave as much material as I can. Your beard is longer than mine. I did trim a little bit recently. Although I probably have to shave more because my boss doesn't like me looking like Mountain Man, which is kind of a problem. So we'll see. Yeah, the 4-inch, I'll have to play with this a bit. Since we've kind of talked about the horn, now what about other things? So I haven't done too much research on Hardy tools. As far as I know, Hardy tools, you put a hole in it. You put a Hardy hole in it that's a certain size, and then you have different tools that go into that. Am I right in that? My beard is longer, yes. Well, just stop shaving and it'll get there. I'm probably going to shave mine tonight or tomorrow to like half this so I can look slightly less homeless, which is usually a good thing. Uh-oh. I hear noise outside. My boss is wrong. Yeah, he might be. So we got a hole and tools. What kind of tools do you put in there anyway? Desktop, no, I'm an appliance repairman. So I work with my hands. See, I can prove it. There's a chunk missing out of my thumb. There's more scrapes and nicks and other stuff. Yeah, my hands are all cut up. That one, by the way, hurts really bad. It's a chunk taken out of the part of your thumb where you push buttons and grab things. So, cutoff thing. That's the point, right? The point where you put something on and you hammer and it cuts it off. Wants me to look professional. Yeah, the boss is clean shaven all the time. Old guy balding with a hat a lot. Hat says Air Force veteran because he's an Air Force veteran. Correct. Yes. Okay. What about location of the Hardy holes? So let's say I have my horn here. Let's say I just do one. Horn here and I put the Hardy hole here. Is that where people do it? You know, I saw in Blackbeard Project's video where he made one of these into an anvil. He seemed like horn on one side, Hardy hole on the other. But if you do a double horn, where does the Hardy hole go? Dead center, off to the side? I do not know these things. I'm crowdsourcing information. Crowdsourcing. Usually? Okay. Okay. Usually opposite of the horn. That's a good plan. That thing is so heavy. Horn rim glasses. Yes. Soothe my thumb. How am I cutting it? Angle grinder. Probably. Probably have to get a bigger angle grinder. Near clearance under. Okay. What did you go to school for? Went to normal high school. American high school doesn't tend to have specialties like other countries. Then went to undergrad for anthropology and music. And then I went to master's program for historical archaeology, and I was in a PhD program in anthropology. Never finished grad school though. I left, and now I fix appliances because no one wants to pay for education, but really no one wants to wash dishes in their sink when their dishwasher's broken. So there's a lot more money in repairing stuff. A lot more, like many, many times more. Like you can be not living in a van you know? So I'm kind of buying into that idea now where trades for like fixing things or building things is much more lucrative because people are less willing to go without their stuff working than they are to go without education or that kind of thing. So yeah, if you learn to weld, you always have a job. I do not know how to weld very well at all. I can MIG weld kinda. But van living YouTube channels, I've seen those. I have seen those. Can't be offshore, that's right. You can't, it's cheap to bring someone from another country to weld for you. When there's a guy here. Scott Garvin Jr. Yeah, you look familiar. I know that thing. Speaking of living in a van, I have some of a van there. Third year welding school, that's good. That's good. Learning to do stuff is very important. Fortunately, my city is more blue collar than anything, so it's not like people are telling me, you got to go to college. You know, there's a lot more trades work around here. Used to be a lot of factory work, but the factory is gone, so a lot of people got canned. So that was kind of sad. Anyway, 3D printer repair parts. I don't have any. I don't have any on me. Man, that car is dusty. Yep, that car is supposed to be blue, not dirt. One of my ideas for van stuff this is full of dust. See these badges? Yeah, they're plastic. It looks like they're die cast in plastic, or injection molded in plastic. And on the other side, I'm missing the 150. It fell off. I taped the rest of them on, but I'm missing a 150. I don't know if I should print one and spray paint it chrome to look like the rest, or if I should take all of them off and cast all of them in aluminum bronze. That would be cool. Then I would have golden badges, which would be pretty sweet. Like, can you imagine that color? That color as a badge? It would be shiny, shiny gold. And it'd be ostentatious, which would be fun because it's a rusty old van. It's still colder. Outside it's pretty cold. It's above freezing a little bit, but it's not, like I could be in a t-shirt out here because I ran the heater, so it's like 65 in here right now. Yeah. The one problem, so these are, the way these are made, they're like a two-part mold, like a kind of like a die, like die casting, but it's injection molding, and you know, inject the plastic in, release the mold, they come out, they fall out. And they're located, I don't know if you can see in the video, perhaps not. Here's a locating pin, so they're little holes in the fender that the plastic badges go onto. So I could just take these off. I could take them off, ram them up in sand, and they would pull out of the sand. Like they already have a little bit of draft on them and everything. Problem is, if I cast them in something, when you cast metal, it shrinks just a little bit, and then the holes wouldn't line up. They'd just be a little bit off. So I might have to like 3D model them and then make them like 3% bigger and then cast them. That would be fun. It'd be a fun project anyway. Badges of flames and hammers. I could do custom badges with 3D printing. Custom badges and then make them out of shiny gold. They would look full of porosity though, because my casting technique wasn't very good at this. Drilling a hole, yeah, I suppose that would be the easiest way. But who does things the easy way? I go out of my way to make things harder for myself. I don't know that I have much else to show you. Screw from back, yeah, that would work. There's more progress from the van. Recommend vent holes casting styrofoam? No idea. I've never done styrofoam. Never done law styrofoam. Hardway makes interesting videos. That's right. Oh, I know what I was going to do. Totally forgot. I was going to take the front off of this heater and try to make the cardboard for like a stand to kind of hold it up together. Chris Foster, hello. Was it 90% aluminum, 10% on the hammer? As close as I could. I wasn't paying that close of attention, really. Wheelie Street finished or waiting on weather? Weather. It is. Is the camera? No, the camera's covered. It's over there. It's just sitting up on end with some stuff stacked on it. When the weather warms up, I'll be able to paint it. However, with this new heater, It's going to get warm enough in here that I can probably paint. But I got to get my car out of here. I don't want to overspray on my car. I'm going to make some room here, so just give me a minute. I'm going to take some part off of this. This is the heater part of the heater. I have untaped it from the fan. There we go. Try to fit this. So this is a shroud made out of thin sheet aluminum. And this is the element out of a Frigidaire electric dryer from the 70s. Plan on doing more live streams if I can, if the connection seems to work better. Next metal casting project will be in bronze, and it will be 3D printed. And I don't want to give away too much because it's really cool. How's the tape on the heater holding up? Good. This is aluminum foil tape. It's not duct tape. It's actually made out of a thin aluminum sheet, so it's pretty tough. It's not sketchy. It's quick release. That's right. I can just rip it off. This was duct tape to the fan, but this is aluminum foil high temperature tape. But this doesn't get hot enough that I can't touch it. I can't touch the element, but I can touch the shell here, as long as I don't touch this wiring over here, because then I die, because 220 volts. My idea with this is the front of this is supported by this bracket. The middle of this isn't supported by anything, so it's sagging. And this isn't real supported either. So if I take one of these, fold the ends up, and cut it to fit this, then I'll have support here, here, and here. And it'll be safer, and it won't sag in the middle. Is that a good plan? If you tried touching elements, no, but I looked at them, and when metal is glowing red, I tend not to touch it. I can mount it in the van. Plan on doing collabs? Yes, some of them. I got a couple in the works already. Good plan. Okay, one guy said good plan, so we're going to move ahead with it. I want it that far apart. Again, doing it kind of quickly, but that's how we do things. I really don't have to be so quick. I used to be quick because I only had like one afternoon a week to really do anything out here. And now I got a day and a half. So I could take my time. But who takes their time? Forget that. Do a collab with ZNA? I don't know who that is. Still have war? No. My name is not Ragnar. Well, the square tube to the flat end? Not a bad idea. Except I think this is galvanized and this is aluminum. So I can't really weld either one. One approval. Let's go. Mr. Pete is up in my neck of the woods. Maybe. Where is he? Where is Mr. Pete? I don't know where he is. I'm in southern Wisconsin. Someone else told me I was close to Mr. Pete. But where is Mr. Pete? I'd like to meet Mr. Pete, but he does a lot of Illinois. That's not far. I rode my bicycle to Illinois once. So it's not unreasonable, but Illinois is a big place. Looks like we have a guest.
Hi.
She's here. Does this mean the baby's asleep?
Yes.
Okay.
Been sleeping for a while, but I had to play with a toddler for a little bit.
Oh yeah, we got two kids. One of them doesn't always sleep. The other one likes playing, you know.
No.
Where's the hot cocoa? Yes, you brought me hot cocoa in a video. Where is it?
Not made.
Not made. I'll take coffee too. Probably don't need more coffee. So anyways, to catch you up.
Guess my name.
Guess your name. Show got a lot better. Yes. It tends to. I mentioned this, she did most of the welding on that welding cart frame thing. So,
No, not Cynthia.
not Cynthia. Not even close. One of those letters is in her actual name. Less beard. She does have less beard. Much less. So, entertain
Cheryl.
them. I'm gonna fit this.
Close, but no cigar. Not
Wow,
Talia.
they're way off.
Not Cat.
Hang on. There goes my pencil. See ya. Okay, I'm back.
I told him to trim his beard last night, and he totally